just ridden Olive all the way to St Mary Cold Harbour. Why aren't you in the garden?
I'm writing to the Times.
What now?
Have you seen what those girls have done to the bus shelter? It's disgraceful. How can young children or single women be expected to wait there? Have you read some of that graffiti?
What were you doing in the bus shelter? You have your car.
Ah, let them eat cake. Now you have your Japanese sports car and your German horse and your golden key account at the Building Society. You no longer care for those less fortunate than yourself.
Oh, aren't the girls at the Grange less fortunate?
They're no better than common criminals.
Oh, don't be so intolerant, Daddy. They may be a little high-spirited.
It's their parents' fault, of course.
Some of them have never even known their parents.
Exactly. Now, listen to this. Sir, when the Grange, the finest house of its kind in this county, was taken over as a home for wayward girls, the villagers of Churstondeckel had every right to expect that these anti-social little vixens would at least be kept under lock and key.
We should be trying to help these girls, welcome them into our community.
You've been reading The Guardian again, haven't you?
I've been talking to Petra Stopforth.
Who's she?
The superintendent at the Grange.
You mean there's actually somebody in charge up there?
Some of these girls have led the most miserable of lives.
And now it's our turn.
So I have offered to play for them.
You've what?
A little piano recital.
You mean there's still a piano up there? They haven't burnt it?
I've offered to play for them here, Daddy.
I think I'm having a close encounter. Oh, good morning, Darth Vader.
Hi,
You sure it's my blood group?
Vita juice will knock your socks off.
Oh, great. May the force be with you.
Still can't figure how you can sleep on a pool table.
Oh, that's great. It's just like being a seventh pocket, isn't it, eh? Roadies can kip anywhere. Do you know, I've kipped in capped-out transit vans, bouncing up and down the motorway, and I was driving.
Do you ever still get the urge?
I should say so.
No, I mean to go back on the road.
Oh, I see. Oh, trying to tell me I've outstayed my welcome, eh? No sweat, no. I see if Elton and Renata have got anyone using a spare house.
No, Lem, I'm not trying to cool you out. I'm just wondering what it's like to really tour.
Marv, mate, I could write a book, if only I could spell.
What was it like when you worked with Barry Manilow?
Well, I was young, you know. Everyone makes mistakes.
Lem, no, because I think I'd appeal to the same kind of audience.
Oh, I get it. You want to be out there in the limelight, eh? Basking in the adulation of thousands of American housewives wearing polyester trouser suits.
Yeah, except for the polyester. I'm allergic to man-made fibers.
Naturally.
You know, when I was playing for the cocktail crowd at the Savoy, I used to close my eyes and fantasize that they were all there just for me. Not the banana daiquiris. And now I've got my own songs.
Belinda songs, your words, you know. Belinda songs, your words.
Oh, yeah, sure, but I'm the guy who sings on all the demos. I could cut an album. Ferdelman sings Ferdelman and Purcell.
Sounds like a syrup at the bargain bins.
You kidding? My mother'd buy enough copies for it to go silver.
On behalf of us girls, I want to thank Mrs. Purcell for the nice music what she's played and sung for us.
Yeah, it was really good.
When Petra said she was fetching us down here to listen to some old bird playing the piano,
That'll do, Dawn.
we all thought it would be really boring, but it was all right.
Thank you very much, Dawn. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I did too.
Do you do lots of gigs then?
Well, I play in church most Sundays.
Church?
Yes, well, I think we'd better be getting along to the Grange.
Did you really know Nigel Cochrane when he lived up the Grange?
Yes.
Did you live with him? Was he good? Ow!
Do you want to be on toilet cleaning for a month, Dawn?
Sorry, miss.
Thank you, Petra. Very kind of you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye. Well, I think that went rather well.
Inasmuch as the house is still standing.
I've never sung in public before.
You sang in the school choir.
I rather enjoyed it. They haven't stolen anything, Daddy.
How do you know? You play with your eyes closed.
You took all the family heirlooms into the conservatory with you.
Better safe than sorry. By the way, Great Aunt Cynthia's Georgian coffee pot is looking a trifle dull. It's time you gave it a good buffing.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure. Sadly, I have to go up to town. I have a business meeting with Lenny.
Who?
Henry's partner. He's in charge while Henry's in tax exile.
I see. You have ample time for these little criminals, but when it comes to your family responsibilities...
Daddy, I have a career and I intend to take it seriously.
Of course you do. I'm just... They're still in my armchair.
Let's have a look at the possibilities. Now, we're doing very nicely on the songwriting front. Got some good covers, some nice royalties, and one or two songs that might end up as standards. And, of course, once they start playing your songs in lifts and airport departure lounges, you're made for life.
What about laughing and dancing?
I was going to come to that.
Don't you think it's a good song?
It's a terrific song.
Why haven't you or Henry done anything with it? You've had the demo for nearly a month now.
Lindy, I wanted to talk to you about that. I think we ought to do it again.
Why?
Well, you're singing on it. I normally sing on our demos. Your voice. I like it. It's not a bad voice, but people are probably used to the way I interpret my own lyrics.
If you remember, you had psychosomatic laryngitis that day.
I know that. My mother called, said she was thinking of coming over to visit me.
Yeah. Have you finished the, do you mind if I...
All right.
Thank you. Now, what I was going to say was the people that really coin it in this game are the ones who sing their own material. The managers do well and all.
Lenny, you're like my mother.
Nobody's like your mother.
You're psychic.
I thought she was Jewish.
I was only talking to Lem this morning about Ferdelman sings Ferdelman and Purcell.
What?
Lindy, I want to perform. I want the buzz, the feedback.
And buy a cheap amplifier.
What? You were just talking about people performing their own material. Don't you understand? I'm a natural. Neurotic, mother-fixated Jewish singers, they're big business. Andrew Gold, Neil Diamond, Paul Simon, Barbara Streisand.
Zip. Marvin, forget it. We want to release Belinda's version of Laughing and Dancing.
What?
Belinda's singing on that demo was a revelation. Look, we played it to some people in the business, Belinda, and they all reckon we'd be mad not to release your version. Of course, we'll need some backing singers, a few strings, and yeah. I know what you're going to say, and I don't blame you. You don't have to do live appearances if you don't want to. We'll make a video. All you got to do is stand there.
I don't believe this. Lenny, what are you trying to do? Turn it into a novelty number?
I'll do it.
Magic. The record's coming out a week next Friday on the Virgin label.
How did you know I'd agree?
Yeah, we took a chance. With a bit of luck and a lot of plugging, we'll be on top of the pops in a fortnight.
Lenny?
Unless we strike really lucky and Mike Reed gets it banned.
There we are. I told you I'd be back early. I have the most extraordinary news. I'm going to be a pop star. Lenny says I could even be on top of the pops next week.
Sit down, Belinda.
Apparently it's a dead cert. But I never realised that Marvin has such an outside ego lurking behind those Clark Kent spectacles.
Sit down, Belinda.
Oh, what's wrong? Something on the news? Mrs. Thatcher's been exposed as a Russian agent.
After you left, I checked the bedrooms.
What on earth for?
One of the girls was allowed to spend a penny without supervision.
Oh, no. Is something missing? I'm very sorry. I'll phone Petra.
Nothing is missing. In fact, I found something that should not have been there. I found these.
What are those, Daddy?
The pill.
What?
The pill. They were hidden away in your drawer.
In my room?
Yes.
What were you doing in my room?
I told you, I was searching the bedroom to see if anything was missing.
What a godsend Petra's girls must have been for you, an excuse to invade what little privacy I have.
I have every right. This is my house, you are my daughter, and whilst you're under my roof, you
well,
do
I
as
can soon change that.
Belinda. You still haven't explained these.
Keep them, I have plenty more.
Statutory authorities refuse to help a taxpayer and veteran of 2 global conflicts locate a missing child that has run away from home.
Who's that one to?
I'm writing to Her Majesty.
To Her Majesty? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, time for 11s is now. I made you some carbon cookies and rosehip tea.
Some what?
You can get back to that later. What's this word, child? She's 33 years old.
It's disgusting. She's still my child.
Oliver, you've called the police missing persons. You've been on the Capital Radio helpline. As far as I know, you've mobilized the entire armed forces.
Exactly. And what are they doing about it?
Well, it's going to be kind of hard to convince anybody she's a missing person.
Why?
Because she phones home every night.
She still doesn't tell us where she's hiding there, does she? Maybe it was my fault. Perhaps I overstepped the mark a little. But it was only for her own good.
There. Do you think that particular attitude might have something to do with her splitting?
Splitting?
Leaving, going AWOL.
I always thought I was the most understanding of parents. No, it all started when Cochrane came to the village and started filling her head with ideas. It's ironic, really. The Grange becoming a home for wayward girls. I fear that's what Belinda's become. Wayward, uncontrollable, self-centered.
Well, I certainly never expected her to put her career before mine. I mean, you know, ours. This whole past fortnight has been hell on my digestive tract. I've been constipated now for 2 weeks solid.
Well, you don't have to stay here, you know. I'm sure there are plenty of things to keep you busy in London.
Nah, not without Lindy. Anyway, I don't mind looking after you. Somehow it makes me feel closer to her. Suppose you wouldn't be interested in some Japanese bean curd salad for lunch.
Lenny, if you're looking for Marvin, he's still Ollie sitting.
No, it's you I want to see, Sherlock. Let's refresh my memory. Didn't I drop you a ton of fine Belinda?
Yeah.
Don't see her.
Yeah, well, you know, London's a big place, Lenny.
Where you been looking for her today, then? Corner pocket?
Look,
I didn't pay you to play with yourself.
I've checked all the hotels. She's not staying with relatives, and none of her girlfriends have seen her.
Oh, that's it, is it?
And I've got men watching the airport.
Don't get mouthy with me, Lemon. I'll pot your pinks for you.
Look, Lemmy, suppose she don't want to be found.
Of course you don't want to be found. Lord Lucan didn't want to be found, did he?
Yeah, well, they didn't find him.
You'll be joining Frankie. You keep talking that way. Look, Lem, my reputation is at stake here, and Henry will not like it. Belinda's record's in the charts. Top of the pops is all lined up. If we don't find her by 3 o'clock this afternoon...
Why don't you get yourself a proper detective? You know, Jim Rock was only $200 a day, plus exes.
Nah. I got a feeling my little Lemmy Poos will find the lady. At a pinch.
Oh. Linda! Oh, fancy meeting you here, eh? Look, I'm sorry about gate crashing, right, but, you know, Lenny sort of insisted. Come on, we've got to get to the beat.
Then, if I'd wanted to go on top of the pops, I wouldn't have gone into hiding.
I know, I've had a hell of a time finding you and all. I mean, until I applied Rule 1 of detective fiction, you know, look in the most obvious place.
I don't think I can do it, Len.
Oh, don't be daft. You'll knock 'em dead.
Belinda's been under a lot of pressure lately, Len.
Yeah, of course she has. So's everybody else. I mean, life is pressure. Can't run away from it, love. Look, you've got big opportunities, right? I mean, some people go through the whole of their lives, never stand a chance. All you got to do is be your own woman.
Oh, I'd like to, Len, but with Daddy and Marvin.
Well, I'll take care of it. I mean, they've got to realise they can't live their lives through you. You know, they either grow up with you or you grow away from them. All right? Let's go.
Lem, you ever thought of a career in social work?
Yeah, I can't start till Monday, though.
Listen, if she doesn't show, we'll just have to move Alvin Stardust back.
Oh, leave it out. She must be potty. People would pay to appear on this show, especially with the first release.
Yeah, well, perhaps she got lost. I mean, Lenny did say she's a bit of a country bumpkin.
Oh, not another Pam Ayres.
Not as streetwise.
Oh, I see.
Ah!
Oh, some country bumpkin.
Hello, fellas. We haven't missed the dress run, have we? No, good. Belinda Purcell, Keith Walls is the producer.
Hello.
You're late.
Mob. And, of course, you know this geezer is, hey. Belinda is a household face. Don't you listen to Radio 1?
Sometimes.
I'm DLT.
Oh, yes. You sound younger on the wireless.
She's funny, joking. Nerves.
Now,
just...
Belinda, you better get ready. You're on immediately after Motorhead.
Never mind, kid. It could be worse. You could be on with Motorhead.
You mean she's been holed up at the Grange all this time?
I should never have allowed those girls into my house.
Oh, you ain't listening, Ollie. If you don't ease up on her, she may never come home again. I mean, she's got talent, she's got money, she's got a record in the charts. If push comes to shove, she don't need either of you.
But our writing, I can't go back to playing the cocktail bars.
What are they?
Who cares? But I'm her father.
How could she forget? Look, she don't want to give either of you the elbow, right? But you've got to stop leaning on her, all right?
Before you and that Visigoth came to our village, Belinda and I were as contented as could be. We had each other. She never wore makeup or bleached her hair. And as for leather trousers...
Yeah, well, I think you'll like what she's wearing tonight.
Tonight?
You mean she's going through with it?
Oh, Marvin, it's money in your bank.
You can't go in.
Why not?
You haven't got tickets, and he's too old.
How dare you?
And he's wearing a tie.
But Lindy, I mean his daughter.
Yeah, look, just get Keithy out here. He'll sort thing out, mate, you know?
Mr. Woolsey's in the director's box.
Oh, no, he's gone to a football match. Who's producing the show, then? Oh, come on, mate, we've driven a long way, you know?
Cliff Richard tried to get in here last week without a ticket. He didn't.
Wasn't he supposed to be on the show?
How old are you, young man?
Eh?
45, 50?
What's it to you?
Certainly not old enough to have taken part in the First World War, or the Battle of Omdurman, or the relief of Mafeking.
I bought this jacket second-hand.
You could be drummed out of the Corps of Commissioners for false pretenses.
Well, I think I'll pop upstairs for a quick cuppa before the show starts. I'll probably forget to close these doors properly.
All right. That was Motorhead. Hello, testing. Motorhead with a track from the album of the same name. But now, something new and something exciting on Top of the Pops. It's new at number 27. This young lady is laughing and dancing, and inside she's crying. Welcome, Belinda Purcell!
Then
dancing, crying inside. Hey, she won't be long, just signing a few autographs. Yeah, I saw you bopping away on the monitor. Very good. Here, what do you reckon, Lem?
Knockout.
I agree.
Yeah, gonna make a lot of money out of this record. Be number 7 next week.
How can you know?
Trust me. Here they come. Hey!
Belinda, that was terrific.
Oh,
I was
thank you.
proud of you, Bill.
Thank you,
I
Daddy.
thought you looked very dignified. I like the frock, too.
Yeah, well, this is all very heartwarming, like, you know, but some of us are dying of thirst here.
I've got a slate on in the bar.
Knockout, Lenny. Lead the way, mate.
Just a minute. I booked a table at the Savoy for old time's sake.
Oh, great.
For 2. See you later, Daddy.
Oh, yes, of course. Have a lovely time.
Oh, well, then there were 3, eh?
Afraid not. Got to do a bit of business. See you later.
2 musketeers. Well, those are the 2 you were dancing with.
Yeah, bit nice, eh? Wouldn't mind taking Emperor Paul.
What?
You know, Paul, drinky like, you know.
Why don't you say so? Good evening, my dears. My name's Oliver Purcell. I'm Belinda's father and personal manager. Would you both care to join my associate and myself for a glass of champagne?
Ollie, you're a little devil, aren't you?
You ain't seen nothing yet. Have you ever been to the Savoy?